Right, do you want the next one?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. I'm just gonna go with this to begin with, I think. So this is Meta versus Varjo and Nvidia. Basically, it's not really about Meta this as much as it's about Varjo and Nvidia. I wanted to show you what they're working on here because obviously we've been talking about Horizon Worlds,
Yeah.
and I think we did mention it in the last episode that it doesn't look appetite. It doesn't look real. You don't really get much of a real experience from it. But
Yeah,
this
it
is the
looks like a game.
this is the Unreal Engine being used.
I was waiting for something to come out of Unreal Engine.
So I'll play it and then I'll tell you what the problem is they have with it. But it looks sick though, doesn't it? Really,
Yeah.
compared to this geezer, he's real. But I think it's absolutely crazy that this.
She looks a bit like a vegetable though.
Yeah, well, that's the problem that they've got, right? Is so they're on about Meta's cartoonish effort, but what they've got going good is they've got emotion, but they can't get any emotion on these people. Like it's way too hard to get emotion. I guess
Yeah.
it's too complex. The software is not there.
I imagine it'll take so much processing power just to have a little bit of emotion in the face.
Mm.
You know, the little changes of emotion.
Because it's got to constantly keep happening as well, hasn't it?
Yeah.
For it to become real. On top of all the movement and
It is close though. It's way better than Meta's.
yeah, I think they've done it with this style of hair because I think they find it difficult to do. Do you know hair that's if it's on a female that's long like this woman on the right here, her wig.
Yeah.
I think they find that hard to do and get the move. I think again with the processing power, the movement of hair.
It's like on Red Dead Redemption. The whole game looks beautiful, and then you look at the character's hair and you just think,
It just looks. Yeah. So what it basically is you've got Varjo and Nvidia, who are competing with Meta. So it says these two companies aren't in competition. Varjo makes the best professional grade VR headsets in the market, and Nvidia basically uses this Omniverse toolset. So it's sort of the software in a sense,
yeah,
and trying to build the photorealistic experiences. But they both got cloud resources.
yeah.
So
I think when sort of quantum computing gets bigger, that's when we'll start seeing crazy developments in this area.
yeah. But Meta don't seem to be doing anything for the development. They're just sort of using what's there now and trying to make money off the back of it.
Yeah, but what I'm thinking is maybe Meta's plan is get people on it now using Meta, then just buy out one of these smaller
Yeah,
companies.
make the money off it now and then just buy maybe even Nvidia. They'll have that
Yeah,
much money in
because that's essentially what they did with Facebook. They built Facebook, made money from it, bought Instagram, bought
yeah,
WhatsApp. Like Instagram, I don't know. TikTok's obviously overtaken it now as the most popular social media, but Instagram was up there, and obviously they've seen a decline in Instagram now. That's why they've come out with Meta, and they're trying to move into this new space.
mm,
So I imagine what they'll do is they'll be first to the party, make all the money whilst they can, and then buy out a small company and then just keep upgrading it and upgrading it.
yeah. But they wouldn't even at that stage. It wouldn't even be a small company they buy because Instagram wasn't small really when they bought them.
Mm.
Just sort of hit a
Small work company then.
yeah. So most popular social media platforms 2022.
Well, Facebook's still number one.
YouTube. Then WhatsApp is that much further below than Facebook.
Jeez. I thought WhatsApp would be more popular.
Yeah, I thought WhatsApp would be leading, to be fair. What the
Right.
This is in Jan 2022.
What was that one then?
Feb 22. That's fucking bollocks. Well, this is misleading information now. This one looks a bit more legit.
Instagram still above TikTok. I thought TikTok would have been higher.
Oh, outside of China, though.
Ah, okay. Yeah, well, China, you've got like the Chinese social medias.
TikTok's massive in China, isn't it?
I think WeChat's the biggest in China. You have to do everything through WeChat, pay for stuff, order taxis.
It's just their hub for everything, right? Yeah, it says here. WeChat. There's some other stuff here as well. Must know. Okay, so it's top 8 must know. WeChat is the one.
WeChat's the one, yeah. I used to have WeChat when I lived there.
I remember you talking about it when you lived over there.
Everyone used it.
Was it that developed when you was there?
No, you couldn't. You could pay for stuff on it, but no one really used it. It was all cash then, but it's become cashless now. China. Well, I think there's still a bit of cash rolling around, but I'm not sure.
Did you have this Weibo?
Weibo. No, it was all in Chinese this app, so I didn't really use it. But my Chinese friends did. That's the TikTok in China.
Yeah, looks that way. Didn't know it was called something else. Oh yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. China's a bit. I don't know, man. It's quite interesting, China, because they're just living in a different world to.
Yeah, it is like that's why I chose to go there, because I just thought, where's one place in the world except for North Korea that's completely different to like the UK?
You should have gone North Korea.
You can do
I want to do that tour.
You can do tours, yeah. I'm not sure how like legit, like not how legit it is, or how what you see when you go there.
Oh, they're just acting, aren't they?
Is that North Korea?
Yeah,
it's like on that movie, The Interview, when he goes.
Yeah, that's what.
He goes to the shop, that food shop, and it's all plastic fruit.
The only problem with it though is someone was saying, I was saying to someone that I want to go and do their tour, and they were saying, why would you go over there and spend money and use all this countries in slavery? Basically, they're in like a horrible situation.
You're funding the regime by going there,
and yeah, you're going to go and give that government money to at their expense, basically. So I don't.
It's true.
But China are doing a lot at the moment. I'm finding the what's it called? A problem. The censorship over there is getting like way out of hand.
Yeah, like the censorship's always been pretty bad there. What's worse is like American companies like Disney sort of bowing down to China's. The thing is, there's so much money in China to be made. They love action movies, so they love like Fast and Furious. They love Marvel films. They love them. So Disney and I don't know who make Fast and Furious.
That's a good question.
It might be MGM because all the Fast and Furious are on.
Yeah, I was just thinking
Prime now.
Universal.
Universal. Oh yeah, it is Universal. Yeah,
that makes sense.
So like Disney and Universal have these blockbuster movies that are making a lot of money in China, but if there's any scenes that the Chinese government don't want them to put in, like they'll just cut it out and send it to China. And
they cut it out themselves, not the Chinese don't cut it out. Universal do it and then send
Universal cut it out and then give it to China to put in the cinemas.
So they must have like a criteria for these films that the people working in the government. So they get a film sent over to them and they watch it.
Yeah.
Criteria.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh no, we need to take this out. But it's even what's it? Do you see John Cena apologising?
Yeah.
For saying Taiwan's a country.
Yeah.
Is that stuff like that? I think in China's eyes, it makes like the US look weak because there's just bowing down to whatever China say.
Yeah.
But I think some of the, because there's so much money to be made in China, some of their censorship's leaking out into like Western culture, which I think's it's a problem.
It's inevitable that it's going to come into the West, though, isn't it?
Yeah, with the amount of money that's being thrown around.
Unless they go as strict as North Korea have, which they won't, because they need a connection with us, with the West.
Yeah.
But it is confusing because they've got that social credit now there. Well, they've had it for a while. Did they have it when you were there?
No.
Social credit system. It's fairly recent that's come into play, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I've been meaning to sort of read up on how it all works, but I'm not sure if it's orchestrated through WeChat. I think it might be.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So who owns WeChat then? Is that a government?
The thing is, in China, like all these private companies, they're essentially owned by the government anyway. All these like big companies. So you've got like, Alibaba.
Yeah.
It's essentially owned by the government. So like, what's his name? Jack Ma.
Yeah.
He will go to like big conferences with the government, with all the business people there, and the government will essentially tell them what their plan is.
Yeah.
And they have to be on board with it. If not, then the government is going to say, right, your company's gone.
Yeah, they just shut them down or kidnap them until they see them.
Until they agree.
Because he kidnapped him and then he came back, but he's not come back the same person as he was when you went.
Yeah, because I think he was criticising. I don't really think what he said wasn't even that bad in like in our culture. If like Elon said that, it would just be like, all right, you just said some shit about the government. It doesn't really matter. But he said something. It wasn't even that bad. That he kidnapped him and then he came back praising the government.
Supposedly.
Yeah, supposedly kidnapped him. He went missing. Went missing for a bit.
Straight after he said it.
Yeah.
Well, he's come back not the same person as he left.
Yeah.
I think he might have been getting a bit too comfortable with his place in China.
Yeah. I think he got too big for his boots. So the CCP went for him.
So I know that TikTok, for example, it's come out. Well, people are saying that they're using it as a weapon, a military weapon. Have you heard of this?
Yeah, to like, because apparently the TikTok in China shows the Chinese like teenagers and kids like positive stuff. So like engineering things, science stuff, like actually educates them. Whereas
and promoting their military as well, like showing how good it is to join the military. Yeah,
things that the Communist Party want their population to sort of adhere by and sort of understand. Whereas in the West, when you go on TikTok, it's just junk.
Junk, yeah.
It's kind of like what we were saying before about reality TV and how it's not too much of it is not good for your like mental health.
Yeah.
I think the same with TikTok. Too much of it is not good for you. Like people can just be sat there scrolling on it for hours.
Yeah. For literally hours, just junk after junk. Is that the small dopamine hit? I mean, if it is a military weapon like they say it is, then it's a fucking it's a good one because it's brainwashing people into just pure laziness.
Yeah. The content's not even that good. It's crap. It's just easy watches.
Just easy, you just slide and then you just.
Yeah.
But the algorithm keeps building on the crap that actually pings your dopamine. So if you stay on something a few seconds longer than something else, then the algorithm just keeps working in that way. And imagine that you're on it for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. You get it. The longer you're on it, the better it is. Like the more addictive it's going to be for you.
Because when people are on it, like, and I see them on it, I ask them like, "Oh, what was the first video you watched on it?" And they can't even remember.
Yeah.
Because you just sat there like, just brainlessly scrolling through.
Have you been on it? Have you used it?
I've never used it. No, I've used YouTube Shorts.
Oh right, similar thing.
It's similar, yeah. But when I'm on it, like I get a bit bored after a bit. I don't think it's clocked my usage yet.
You should try it though, TikTok. I've tried it and I don't use it at all anymore because it's just toxic. But you should give it a go and just see what you think, and then delete it off your phone.
I think the thing is with YouTube Shorts, because the YouTube videos I watch are like it's either gym stuff or like Jordan Peterson,
Something empowering.
yeah, or like Economics Explained or things like that of Russell Brand. So it comes up with like more like I know the short clips, but they're quite deep comments that they're making. So there's only so much of that you can sit through and just scroll through.
Yeah, because it's a lot of information to intake.
Yeah, so like I'll go in it for like a couple of minutes. I'll watch a few of them. And I'm like, all right, that's me done. I got a lot of David Goggins on there. He's funny. If I see him on there in the morning, like I'll watch it because he's a good guy to listen to. Like even though it's like 30 seconds in the morning, he's like makes you feel ready for the day.
Yeah, gets you going in the morning.
Yeah,
100%.
It's funny, David Goggins.
I've not even listened to his audio book. I should listen.
Listen to it. It's good. You should listen to him. The guy is like he's got.
I listened to him like a little bit, but I found him a bit too much.
Yeah, he is, but that's why I kind of like him because he's just.
I do get why people like it.
Funny.
But it felt way a bit too much. But I know loads of people listen to him.